You've been wanting to book a boudoir session of your own for a while now, and something is preventing you from initially pulling the trigger. There's something holding you back from doing something that you know that you want to do. We need to figure out what is holding you back and why you can't do a session that you've always wanted to do. Hi, I'm Nina. I am a boudoir photographer based out of Tennessee, and I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. There are so many people that feel that they can't book it for so many different reasons. But I'm gonna give you the top 3 things that are most likely to prevent you from booking the session of your dreams. So the first one, and probably the most common, is fear. Now, this can be into several different categories because there's so many things that can be surrounded by fear alone from booking your boudoir session. But the main thing is fear of the unknown, right? What you're going to experience. Going to be able to pose correctly? Are you going to be able to have the facial expressions correctly? Are you going to be able to do everything that you need to do and not look dumb doing it? Because this is completely out of your norm, it's completely out of your comfort zone, and it's okay. And I will tell you, 90% of the people come in so nervous, so afraid, and they've already booked it, they've already done it, but they still come in nervous. And that is the job of your boudoir photographer, to guide you and assist you every step of the way, from facial expressions to pointing the tips of your toes. That is what they are there for, and that is what I am here to show you. Now, going along with fear, there are several other parts of it as well. So fear of vulnerability, right? You're gonna be stripping down, feeling already out of your comfort zone, feeling already awkward, and the point of a session like this is to love your body and love the skin that you're in. And now you have to strip down in front of a complete stranger? That just seems backwards, doesn't it? But again, this is where you have to trust your photographer that they will guide you and pose you in directions that make you feel most comfortable. So yes, you are stripping down. Yes, you are, but it's based off of your comfort level. And trust the process that they will guide you throughout that as well. This is why it is also very important to talk with your boudoir photographer before your session. Communication is so important to learn your comfort zone, learn the reason behind why you're doing a shoot like this, because all of that varies and all that's different. So there's gonna be talk and discussion and questionnaires and all of this beforehand to know what are parts of you that you love, what are parts of you that you're not fond of. So that way your photographer can adjust accordingly to parts of you, to not bring attention to parts of you that you don't love. Because let's be honest, there are parts of our body that we're just not fond of, but there are other parts that we're like, yeah, let's show them off. So that's my job, to show you that in a different light, from a different perspective, to show off the parts of you that you already love, to make you fall in love with them even more. Another part that goes along with fear is fear of judgment. How am I going to do something like this when I don't have the confidence? I lack the confidence. I could never do this. And it seems silly to say that the point of a boudoir session is to gain confidence, and that's something that you'll never really understand until you have a session of your own. It's very hard to explain because you do finish afterwards having confidence. And that's what's so exciting about being a boudoir photographer and doing something like this, because I literally see the transformation of confidence right before my eyes, literally in front of my eyes. And like I said before, every client comes in so nervous. They are shaking. Some are just like, what am I doing? And I show them the back of my camera and show them just a few images in, and they're like, wow, that's me? There's no way that's me. That's you, girl. That's you. And I didn't do anything to it. That's the back of my camera. And then you start to see the transformation happen. And it goes from kind of hunched over and kind of doing this to more of like a, okay, I got this. Second most thing preventing people from booking a boudoir session is money. And that's a big concern, right? That's a big investment. But if you think about it as an investment in yourself, this isn't just like your traditional family photos, okay? This is something that is a deep, strong connection, almost like therapy. And again, it seems so silly to say therapy, but it is, because the point of this session is to love yourself and to have the ultimate hype girl just show you how beautiful you are. And I know you guys have seen me before and how much I love showing women how beautiful they are. It rocks my world. And knowing that I can help somebody feel better about themselves is priceless. It's 2 hours long plus, depending on the photographer, 2+ hours of shooting time, professional makeup application, professional hairstyling, all of the props in the studio, the angel wings, the shower set, the bed, all the different setups and themes and working all around each particular individual and the theme and the reasoning behind it. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. A lot of photographers have their own client closet. I know I have many different pieces, different lingerie, different props to adjust to everybody because everyone's a different size and shape, and you want to make sure that you keep everyone feeling comfortable. Now, many photographers, including myself, will do a prepayment plan, and that seems to help a lot of people pay in installments up before the time of their session so they don't have to worry about it. That's another option depending on how far in advance you book your session. That is also another thing that you need to discuss with your photographer, because it's not just like, I need photos this weekend. It's usually booked up 1 to 2 months in advance, and especially even more around holidays. So if you are looking to get this done around a wedding or anything like that, just to make sure that your photos are back in time, make sure that you get it done a few months ahead of time, just so there's nothing that can delay shipping of your album or anything like that, because that's really, really important. So the third and last reason to why you would not book a session is creating excuses on your own. This is gonna be a harsh one. Creating excuses to convince yourself why you shouldn't do one, just so you're not letting yourself down when you don't ever book one. Because to have an investment in yourself, you have to feel like you're worth it with yourself, your self-worth. And this is what these sessions are for. This is what this platform is for, is to create self-worth, because you do so much for everybody else. Why don't you take time and do something for yourself? This is a form of self-care, and you're gonna have a different pep in your step. This isn't just like going to the spa or getting a massage or getting your hair cut. This is different. This can actually have life-changing effects. Your husband will see you differently. Your kids will see you differently. You'll have a different pep in your step. It's so therapeutic. And that's another reason why a lot of people just don't pull the trigger on it, because they don't feel they're worth it. Another thing that ties in with that of making excuses is not having a reason for booking. Other than just wanting to love your body, people just can't look past that. They need a reason or an excuse. So it's not, if it's an anniversary, for a birthday, for Christmas, for Valentine's Day, to celebrate a weight loss journey, to celebrate a final divorce that was toxic, or a relationship that was toxic, or just wanting to see yourself differently. It's hard to book something that's not an actual milestone or a reason for it. Or a lot of people will say, I don't have a significant other. I have no one to gift them to. That's okay. Gift them to yourself. And let's be honest, we know this. Most of the time, when we give our albums to our love, they're gonna open it a couple times, but we're gonna be the ones opening it over and over and over, because we remember how we felt that day. We remember how rejuvenating and how powerful we felt. So we wanna do that again and look at those images to feel that feeling all over again. So your significant other seeing those images is a completely different vibe than you in your core feeling that when you look at those images. So I hope that all of these helped ease your concerns, and yet you don't put off a session. So if you have any other questions or concerns or fears or anything that could help, or that you have questions, let me know and I will help answer them for you, because I love you guys.